I want you to throw out everything you've ever heard from online gurus, from courses, from people like Jeremy here, who have the best intentions, but candidly are leaving out some very key points that prove that ads is a far more valuable business than organic. And today I have 5 main points that I'm gonna share with y'all. So to start, number 1 is the durableness of a business run off of ads is far greater than a business run off of organic. And this is just easily provable. I mean, case in point, when was the last time you watched a video from Dan Lok? Probably not anytime recently. When was the last time you watched a video that was not about his SEC loss? It was a training video from Tai Lopez. Probably not anytime recently. Same thing with folks like Grant Cardone, who is obviously world famous now, but in terms of his actual content, he gets a tiny amount of the views that he used to get way back in the day. And so the truth is, with organic content, if you do it well, which that begs that question as well, but if you do it well, yes, you can get hot for a little while and you can ride the wave off of that for a little bit. But inevitably, over time, you lose relevancy. And that brings me to a very important stat that I found when researching for this from Patreon. Patreon did a survey and a study across all of their clients and found that more than half of their content creators actually are having significantly harder time getting views now than they did 5 years ago, which further proves the point that there is no durableness to your business if it's reliant on organic, if it's reliant on those views and traffic, okay? And all of that brings me to my second point, which is that ads, surprisingly, are far more profitable than organic. And I know that's very radical to say because a lot of people, like Jeremy, will tell you that, organic is way more profitable than paid ads. And all of that is just completely nonsense if you want to stay relevant. Case in point, people like Mr. Beast, the #1 content creator in the world, have said very specifically that he invests all of his money from all of his businesses, his ad revenue, etc., back into his content to further grow his brand. And I understand that's obviously the #1 example, but even somebody like Hormozi has publicly stated he spends tens of millions of dollars on organic content. And here's the reality. Because of the lack of durableness of these channels, of these followings, of building a company off of that, you're forced to reinvest a significant amount of your money into content to outdo yourself every single year. That's why they call it the content hamster wheel. And so many people get stuck on this, and then what do? They get burned out. Or they just accept that they lose relevancy and they kind of fade off into obscurity. I mean, a great example of this, 10 years ago, there was Evan Carmichael, who I love Evan Carmichael's videos. When I was starting out, I used to watch his stuff all the time. He'd break down key quotes and success habits from, some of the most famous people who've ever lived. And yet nobody watches him anymore. And it's no offense to Evan if you're watching this, but his viewership is way down. And it's just hard to maintain relevancy over any, period of time greater than like 24 months, okay? And that brings me to my third point. Even if magically, for some inexplicable reason, you're able to maintain relevancy, what's often and basically guaranteed to happen over a long enough time period is that you're gonna have some sort of account ban issue or you're gonna get canceled in the court of public opinion. And the reality is yes, I wanna address this head on. You can get your ad account banned too. It's happened. Anybody who's run ads will, obviously that's a reality. But the reality is that when you get your ads account banned, what do? You just make a new ad account and you bring over the stuff that's already working, okay? It's not that difficult. When you get your, 1 million subscriber channel banned, what do you do at that point? You hope you can get it back, and if you can't get back, you start from ground one. And good luck getting all of your followers back who now, can't even see your channel and have to start from square one. And that brings me to point number 4. Point number 4 is that paid ads create far more flexibility. This is studied by some of the greatest institutions and just generally known in business, that when you build a brand known for one thing, and that one thing is no longer in style today, it's no longer in trend today, you basically can't switch. Like, it's extraordinarily difficult. And so case in point, I was actually recently watching some content, funny enough, about the burger chain Five Guys. And Five Guys is way down in revenue and value recently. And the reason why is because they built their whole brand around being the highest quality burger. Well, guess what? The economy's changed. Now people are looking to save more money, right? We're not in the, basically free money, 0% interest rates, Government's handing out stimulus checks like in 2020. Like we're not in that, economic environment anymore. And so that means people are being a lot more, for lack of better words, choosy about where they spend their money. And spending $25 to $30 on a hamburger and fries, even if it is better, it's just not in the budget for most people. Well, guess what? Five Guys' entire brand is built off of quality. So what do? Well, they could no longer be quality, but then they lose all their brand positioning. So they have no choice other than just accept less revenue, right? Which is obviously critical. And so all of that brings me to the point that fundamentally, for all of the reasons I listed above, and I'm sure more we'll talk about today, and just again to recap, number one is the lack of durability. All right, people fall off all the time. It's not surprising. In fact, that's the norm. Okay, I'm sure Jeremy will bring up some examples where people magically stay forever, but 99% of the time they fall off. Number two is profit. It costs a tremendous amount to stay relevant, even if you magically can figure out how to. Number three is you can get your account banned, you can get shut down, you can get canceled at any time, and you're basically screwed. Number four is it's impossible to switch offers or switch brands. In fact, Harvard Business Study actually put out a quote that said that one of the single most challenging things is changing your branding positioning, and is often noted as the last fatal mistake of a dying business, okay? And the last thing is all of that equals essentially no enterprise value. So when we're here to answer Cole's question today of, hey, what is a more valuable business? Is it 10 million based off of organic or 10 million based off of ads? Well, if we can scientifically and logically prove that there's effectively zero enterprise value in a business that is purely based off of organic traffic, and we know for a fact that that's because it's likely that that business won't exist in the future. And even if it does, no one can buy it from you because they can't buy the trust from your audience. They're not you. They will never be you, okay? Unless your plan is to sell your business and have them impersonate you with AI, which I don't know about you, that doesn't sound very ethical to me. So my whole argument is, factually speaking, there is zero enterprise value in these businesses. And again, that's for the reasons I listed above.
If you enjoyed this clip, you can check out the full podcast by clicking on the screen right here to check out the full episode.